Ever wonder why elephants seem to eat all day long? I mean, it's hard not to notice, right? They're these massive creatures just constantly munching away.
Today, we're diving into the world of elephant diets. We've got research on their biology, ecology, you name it, and we're going to try to answer the big question. What's behind this incredible appetite?
Well, you hit the nail on the head when you said massive creatures. Their sheer size plays a major role.
Right, like they're just giant eating machines,
Mm.
constantly needing fuel.
Yeah, pretty much. African elephants, for example, can weigh up to 6,000 kilograms. That's a lot of weight to support. Just for their basic bodily functions, they need a ton of energy.
It's like their basal metabolic rate, or BMR, is just off the charts. I was reading that even though larger animals actually have a lower BMR per unit of body weight,
Yeah.
their total energy needs are still way higher.
Exactly. It's not just about staying alive either. Elephants are constantly on the move, often migrating long distances for food and water.
Oh, yeah. Hundreds of kilometers sometimes, right? Sometimes even more. And that takes a lot of energy, even if they are surprisingly efficient walkers.
So, big bodies plus long journeys equals a whole lot of food, I guess. But seriously, the amount they actually consume is mind blowing, up to 150 kilograms a day for both African and Asian elephants.
Yeah, it's a lot. To put that into perspective, that's like eating a refrigerator's worth of food every single day.
It's almost hard to imagine. And they spend most of their time just searching for and eating this food.
Yeah, I mean, African elephants, they can spend up to 16, 18 hours a day just eating
Wow. So basically, eating is their full time job.
that much.
But okay, why do they need to eat so much? I mean, is their food just not very nutritious?
Well, that's a big part of it. Their digestive system isn't as efficient as you might think. On average, they only extract about 40% of the nutrients from what they eat.
Wait, less than half. So what's going on in there?
Well, unlike, say, a cow with its multi-chambered stomach, elephants have a much simpler stomach. They rely on what's called hindgut fermentation. So basically, their large intestine and a pouch called the cecum, you can think of them like giant compost bins.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, and it's in these places that microbes work their magic to break down all that tough plant fiber. But this all happens after the food's already passed through the stomach and the small intestine.
Oh, I see. So they can eat all this tough stuff, but they're not really getting as much out of it as other herbivores might.
Exactly. And to add to that, the food actually moves through their system pretty quickly.
Oh, wow. The sources we looked at mentioned something called gut transit time, which is basically how long it takes for food to pass all the way through. And for elephants, it's only 12 to 50 hours.
Right, so everything's just kind of rushing through. Not a lot of time to absorb all those nutrients. Now, that's not to say their system isn't fascinating. I mean, they have some cool adaptations, like their trunk obviously is amazing for grabbing food, and their saliva, especially in Asian elephants, has enzymes that help start breaking things down right away.
So the process actually starts in the mouth.
Yeah. Then they've got their simple stomach, a pretty short, small intestine for some initial nutrient absorption, and then, of course, that massive cecum and long, large intestine we were talking about, where all the fermentation action happens.
It's like a whole ecosystem living in there. So their diet's all plants, right?
Yeah, all plants.
Huh.
But a pretty diverse selection. Grasses, leaves, bark, fruits, roots, you name it. African savanna elephants tend to eat a lot of grasses, while forest elephants, they go for more leaves and fruits. Asian elephants, they've got a taste for bamboo, among other things. Their diet can be super varied. And what they actually eat really depends on what's available in their environment and their individual needs, too.
Makes sense. Like a growing calf probably needs a different diet than an adult.
Oh, absolutely. Younger elephants need more energy for growth, and females who are pregnant or nursing, they've got increased demands, too.
So like extra calcium for milk production and all that.
Exactly. And then you have to factor in things like habitat loss, which makes it even harder for them to find enough food. I mean, whether it's elephants in Savo digging for roots or those in the Congo rainforest going after fruits, they're constantly having to adapt and find new ways to get the sustenance they need.
It's kind of sad to think about how our actions impact their ability to meet such basic needs.
It is.
So I guess the main takeaways here are that elephants eat so much because, first of all, they're huge and need a ton of energy just to function. And secondly, because their digestive system isn't super efficient, so they have to go through a lot of food to get what they need.
Exactly. It's a biological necessity, not just a choice. And it's also worth remembering that their eating habits have a huge impact on the ecosystems around them.
Yeah, they play a big role in seed dispersal and shaping the landscape. So this constant eating isn't just about them, it's about the whole environment. It really makes you think, like if they need to eat this much just to survive, what happens when their habitats keep shrinking? What does the future hold for elephants if they can't meet these basic needs? It's something to ponder, for sure. Anyway, thanks for taking us on this deep dive into the incredible world of elephant eating habits. It's been fascinating.
My pleasure.